What's up, nerds? I'm Greg.
I'm Mike.
I'm Donald.
And I'm Kyle.
And this is the first episode of the Nerd Underground Show. We're not going to be doing the typical shows we've been doing or the short videos. We're actually going to be doing a 30-minute show, podcast show, every week, talking about the latest news and our thoughts on it and like the big things and stuff like that. Just anything nerdy, something for you to enjoy. All right. So the first thing that I want to get into that's happened this week is Khal Drogo becoming Aquaman. And
Jason fucking Momoa.
That man crush.
That badass guy as Aquaman, and I'm gonna say I am not disappointed.
I'm not
whatsoever.
disappointed.
No.
I wanted him to play the role from the get-go, so I'm extremely satisfied.
From the get-go.
I would say. Like
when you first saw him, you're like, he would make a great Aquaman.
No, I mean, as soon as I heard rumors of that happening, I was like, that needs to happen. And lo and behold, it happened.
Yeah.
Because he would bring a badass light to Aquaman.
Right.
Aquaman is badass, and he needs to be shown in that way. So
honestly, when I saw the picture, all I thought was, I fucking like Aquaman now. Because everybody always makes fun of Aquaman. Like, what the hell's Aquaman gonna do? He's gonna call a fish on you, but if you're not in the water, what's he gonna do?
Right, you get out and beat your ass.
Yeah,
exactly.
You see Khal Drogo.
Throw a giant fork.
Right, yeah, right. Oh man, that trident really hurts now.
If you see Khal Drogo tatted up, coming out the water with fish and sharks following him and badassery, alright,
I will say
like
this
Aquaman.
though, could it kill you with that budget to get some blonde hair done?
Yeah, that's the one thing. That is the one thing.
It's his complexion. He's too dark for blonde hair.
He might look weird. You're right.
Yeah, I think
you're
he's
right.
too dark.
Because he actually naturally has lighter hair as far as like...
But not blonde, though.
He could pass for it.
I mean...
I can see it.
Whoever's out there, Photoshop us some blonde hair on there. And let's see what it looks like.
However, I'm glad he's filling the role. He'll
Yeah,
that'd be great.
But what I gotta say is, they always change it somewhat from the comics to the movies.
You just have to understand it's
you have
separate.
to take it for what it is. We're getting amazing quality movies coming out with all this action-packed everything. And you're gonna be nitpicky that he's not blonde.
Right.
He's not blonde. Just enjoy it.
Well,
So
I would only be nitpicky because he's one of my favorite characters.
Okay. For you.
However, that slogan though, "Unite the Seven."
Right.
What is that? The Seven Seas, the Justice League.
Yeah. Who's that?
What does that mean?
Who's that a shout out
the
for?
7 Dragon Balls.
I hope there's like a character difference, in terms of who he plays versus who he always plays.
Right.
Kind of going back to the Ben Affleck of Batman's or in Batman. I really hope.
Right.
I really hope I see him, and then I just don't think of him like being like this like womanizing horseman.
Okay. I get it.
It's true.
So are we all happy with a tatted up Aquaman?
I hate tattoos.
Happy. It's not to say that he won't change his look throughout the course of the cinematic universe. I also was talking about this with a friend earlier, though. When he gets his own movie, it's going to be some innovative filmmaking. I mean, you think about it, most of the movies are going to be underwater.
Yeah.
It's like, how the hell are they going to make that?
That's a really good point. I mean?
It's going to be a really weird film to shoot.
I think it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be cool.
I think people are going to, all of a sudden, just, be like, Aquaman's the after this.
Aquaman is going to get his dick ridden so hard after this movie.
Everyone, you're going to start hearing people saying their favorite superhero is Aquaman.
Exactly.
And you don't hear that.
And I'm going to be a hipster about it.
You think he can, single-handedly decimate, Jar Jar Binks and that entire
absolutely
underwater
absolutely
militant camp? That's like opening scene. You know what I mean? Like him eating cereal out of his skull. Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
All right, well, let's move on to the next thing.
All right.
Just came out Zelda first live-action TV series coming by Netflix. How do you feel about that?
Yes.
I am excited. That is awesome.
It's never been done before. There has not been a live-action series for Zelda yet. There's been an animated series that went for I think it was 8 episodes or something.
It wasn't long. Yeah, it was really bad.
It was bad.
Like a 60s informative.
Yeah. I don't even think there's been a video game turned into a TV show.
There's been a couple
Yeah,
big names.
a couple
There's,
of them?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
I can't remember.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple that not tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. But there have been some. Oh, they're making an Assassin's Creed movie.
Yeah,
And
yes, they are.
Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in it.
Nice.
He's going to be
What?
he's going to be
I heard Michael Fassbender.
He's going to be Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I heard
that was
Michael,
that was the original thing. I read a lot about it, and I actually wrote a post about it a while ago. But he was supposed to be Leonardo da Vinci, so we can assume that it's going to be set within the second video game.
Right.
But we don't really know anything much about it. But
I heard Michael Fassbender was supposed to be playing the assassin.
he is. He is supposed to. I think that's for sure. Robert Downey Jr. is the maybe. So
Right.
who knows? But
Hey.
that's going to be awesome. But I don't even know if any of us have any idea. But do you have any idea who you think want to play Link or Zelda or Ganondorf or anything?
Off the top of my, how about that one kid from Game of Thrones who's been traveling with Bran Stark, the brother
To
and
play
the sister?
Link, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which one?
The kid who could talk to the animals.
Oh, the one who died?
Yeah.
I forget his name right now.
He
The
would-
brother and the
yeah.
sister.
He would actually be pretty
I could see
pretty
him
good.
playing.
Yeah.
playing
That's not a
Link.
bad idea.
I mean, that was off the top of my head, but I
I would
can't
love
really
to
think of anyone.
I'd love to see who plays Katniss Everdeen from.
Jennifer Lawrence?
man,
Lawrence.
as
Yeah.
Zelda, that would be.
Yo, she would be a great
would be-
Zelda.
They would need a little bit of an older Link then, though.
I mean,
Well,
that's
you
cool.
Nah,
Yeah,
Link
'cause they're
is
the
supposed to
same
be.
age.
He's young looking. He's a young looking guy.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're childhood friends, so you can
That's-
only
yeah,
assume
And
they're like the
females
same age.
develop before men. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
it's
This is
just,
true.
It'll be fine. It'll be
yeah,
fine.
It's
This is
totally,
true.
you know, it's biology. It's cool.
But then what about Ganondorf?
It's elven biology.
that's the thing. Ganondorf is hard to pick because he's gonna be full of makeup anyway because he's all green looking and shit.
The
You know
guy
what?
who played Hellboy, Ron Perlman.
Right. There you go.
Ron
He's not
Perlman.
tall enough. You
No,
gotta
he
be
definitely. You
super
can
tall.
tell. You can tell Ron Perlman's short.
Give him some stills.
You need.
It's
a
his
tall
arms,
guy.
though. It's his
You know-
arms are the
yeah.
giveaway.
Yeah.
You know what? Khal Drogo. He's Ganondorf now.
Put
Jason
Khal
Momoa.
Drago in
Jason
everything.
Momoa.
Yeah.
Everything.
He needs
Because everybody
everything.
loves Khal
He needs
Drago.
Yeah,
makeup appearance and
I agree.
everything.
They killed him off way too early in the show of Game of Thrones, so they
Yeah.
need to put him in everything.
You know they're not gonna make his hair red either.
That's they gotta cut it short too. He ain't getting rid of that mane. That thing is beautiful. They ain't
Nah.
cutting that off.
Nah. I did that once. I cried
Like a weeping baby.
like a weeping baby.
All right, so for Mortal Kombat X, apparently Ed Boon posted a picture of Predator facing off against Scorpion.
So it's
So
great.
he's probably going to be in the game, but Spawn also is apparently going to be in the game.
Yeah.
There
How
was
do you
a-
guys feel about that?
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Excited, super excited. There was an interview recently where Todd McFarlane said that he gave NetherRealm the rights to use Spawn in a limited amount of games, so that includes this game. He said,
Yeah.
if they want
Yeah.
to, they can utilize Spawn.
And then more than likely, if it's Predator and Spawn, they're probably gonna go the way of Soul Calibur, where like one system will get Spawn and
No, they just confirmed that today.
Really?
Someone
Yeah,
said that
this is
there's
really
no
open.
exclusive
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah,
for
no
anyone.
exclusive, yeah.
Well,
That's
never
good.
mind.
No
Which is
no
exciting.
banned characters from
I would
tournaments or whatever.
I would like to see like a cameo Toasties guy, you know?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like Morgan Freeman, just like Toasty.
I did read today though that
You know?
I actually read today there's gonna be some kind of a gunman character, a new character.
Oh,
He actually showed up in the
it's-
comic.
It's not a gunman. It's a bow and arrow person.
No, in the comic there's a guy with a.
I picked up the comic. I haven't read the second one yet. So.
Okay, I heard this was number 4 or something like that.
Number 3's not even out yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw
He's
a
like
picture.
under
I saw a
underground.
picture.
He's subterranean.
I saw,
He's way ahead of the
Yeah,
rest of
he's
us.
way internet.
I saw a picture. He
Well,
looked
like-
like a cowboy
well,
with, with bullet stuff on him.
They showed a picture of the you know when you play Mortal Kombat and you're doing the tournament and
I
you
know.
go up the ladder.
They showed the bow guy.
They
there.
showed a dude with a bow, and then they showed
gonna be a bow guy and a
Jax,
gun guy.
and then Jax was in there too. So
Yeah,
Jax
Jax
is going to
was
be
in
in,
there.
and there's a new person who's going to be using a bow, and the original. When I've been keeping track of Mortal Kombat for a while, and the new one, what's coming out, and the biggest 5 guest characters that people wanted that requested were Predator, Spawn, Jason Voorhees.
Hellraiser, the guy.
Yeah,
the
Pinhead,
needle- yeah, Pinhead.
and Ash Williams from Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Those are the, no,
That's good.
and
No,
also
and Donnie Darko
yeah, Donnie,
Bunny.
Frank the Bunny,
Frank the Bunny,
from Donnie
yeah.
Darko
Okay.
were also in there, and we got 2 out of the 6. And Jason Voorhees was actually listed on the IMDb page,
Yep.
Yeah.
but it's not on there anymore. Because like people were like talking about it, so they eliminated most of that.
Mm-hmm.
But they still have leaks on there, like Baraka and certain
Robin's
characters.
gotta be in it.
Melina is gonna be in there too.
Oh, really?
I have like
Yeah,
a schoolboy crush on Jade, so I'm a little.
You're upset that
Yeah.
she's not
I'm
gonna be
a
in
little
there.
jaded.
They could.
Hey, that she's not on
They
there.
might put her in eventually.
You know, I
DLC.
mean,
Yeah.
DLC
She's a
action.
popular character.
It's
so.
funny. She's got DLC lips, or it's DSL. I'm dyslexic.
They can pretty much DLC anybody after the game
They
comes
can.
out, so we can
Really?
we can get anyone we want. All I want.
Ideal would be Batman versus Spawn. That
How
would be
sick would that be?
Well, they
awesome.
did have a Scorpion in Injustice, so why not bring someone?
You know,
in?
bring Batman.
good
you know, 'cause
point.
you're gonna have Spawn. I mean, what a better way to just
The
finally
only
battle it
concern,
out?
Yeah.
The only concern is that they don't want to be mutilating these heroes and stuff. That's
I
the
mean,
only thing
yeah.
I've heard about.
The one character that I want more than anybody is Noob Saibot. And it's making me very mad that I haven't seen anything about him. And I don't think he's going to be in there. From the comics and everything that I've read so far, it seems like, for some reason, I don't really know how it's working out so far, but the original Sub-Zero seems to be back. And if the original Sub-Zero is
That
back,
means Noob's gone, right?
that means Noob is gone, because
Yeah.
Noob Saibot is Sub-Zero after he dies.
Yeah.
Was it the original Sub-Zero?
It's-
He is
I-
Noob, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's Noob Saibot.
So he became Sub-Zero again.
Well, Noob Saibot became Sub-Zero.
No, Sub-Zero
Sub-Zero
became
became
the
Noob
Noob Saibot.
Saibot, right.
But what I'm saying is, it looks like they're using the original Sub-Zero, so that means they can't put Noob Saibot into the game.
Well, I
Because he
mean,
is-
really, anything is it's anybody's game since
Yeah.
they did that whole time travel paradox stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, they can go in any direction.
That's what I'm. They
You know,
they
I
seem
mean,
to
they
have.
can do whatever they want.
they-
really,
they-
after that.
Yeah, they seem to have the original people because I'm reading the comics leading up to the game, and they have the original Scorpion before he's all like crazy. He's all right now in the comics. He's all like old and like like a real
Right.
person. He doesn't look
Yeah.
like fucking Scorpion.
Right.
So I don't know what they're doing with the game, but all I know is it doesn't look good for me because I want to press. I want to press down up and fucking mess people up on multiplayer with Noob Saibot.
Hey, for all you know, he might die in the story and become Noob. You know, if there's a
Yeah.
story mode.
If anything,
I'm
the
sure you'll
game's
find love with one of the new characters.
the game's already going to be so popular that I guarantee after it's been out for a while and after all the money it makes, they're just going to DLC all the characters that we ever wanted anyway.
I'm just gonna pretend
Yeah.
everybody I play is Jade.
Well,
I have.
I
Jade.
did read that they try to combine her into Katana's moveset
Right.
because they were good friends or whatever in the story. So
Well, yeah, they made a Cassie Cage, which is Johnny Cage and
Mhm,
Sonya
yeah, which is
Blade's
exciting.
daughter. So, and it's a combination of both of their skills, so there's no need to put Sonya Blade or Johnny Cage in.
Though I saw in one of the images, though, she's in that tower.
Yeah.
Sonya Blade is in the tower as you progress
Yeah.
along the campaign.
Yeah, I
so,
saw it too, but that just like for me that
sure,
kind of like
it could be a boss fight.
I feel like that kind of makes it's like a waste of a slot. Honestly, if you have a girl who can do both their moves, why would you
Yeah.
put Sonya Blade in there too?
Now was Goro confirmed?
Goro
Yeah.
is the
Yeah,
DLC.
yeah.
If you
pre-order
if you
him.
pre-order,
Pre-order the
Very
game.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
he's the pre-order incentive for the game.
Which
I
is
already-
great
I
because
already
I want to shoot avocados at people.
I already
That's
pre-ordered.
all I want to do
Oh,
is shoot avocados at people.
Did you guys pre-order? You need to pre-order. I pre-ordered.
You know who I want to see in Mortal Kombat you haven't seen in a while? I haven't seen him since Trilogy. I can't remember if he was in Armageddon. The tiger version of Gore, what the hell's his name?
Kintaro.
Kintaro. He was
I
dope.
forgot about Kintaro.
He was dope.
Yeah.
And I remember all my friends got mad at me playing Trilogy because he does the thing where he jumps off the map and then just stomps on you. You could just keep doing it
Yeah.
over and
River
over and
dances on
over.
your
That's
morale.
like, that would be the ultimate DLC. Is like something nobody expected.
Yeah,
right there,
like Kintaro, like-
I completely forgot about him.
Yeah.
I think they should put Rain in too.
I love Rain.
I thought
Yeah,
I was
Rain
like,
is
He's a
awesome.
solid character. Are there any new type of like fatality stuff?
There
I mean,
is- yes, there is.
they're gonna add brutalities back.
No, they announced that there's going to be a brand new type of fatality not released yet.
Oh,
that's
Animation.
nice.
A brand new
Yeah.
type, along with Babyality, which is coming back.
Yes.
And fatalities and bestiality.
There's
Yeah.
also faction fatalities.
Yes.
You have to join a faction at the
There's
beginning of the game.
a new thing in the game where you get points multiplayer for your faction. You join like a clan. There's
Yeah, right
certain
at the
clans you
beginning,
join.
the clan.
Yeah,
right at the
and
beginning.
not related to the other clan.
No, you join a
it's
certain.
like a team,
Yeah, you join a team pretty much, and it
and anything
You
you,
get
do
points.
accumulates points.
yeah, you get
Okay.
points for that team and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. But we gotta move on to something else. Let's talk about Spider-Man finally joining the Avengers. We're gonna
About
lose.
freaking time.
We're gonna lose Andrew Garfield, who was amazing in the movies, but
Sad
we're
face.
finally getting Spider-Man, which we deserve because everybody knows how prominent Spider-Man is, especially in the
Yes.
Civil War series.
Right.
You need Spider-Man.
and how
So-
prominent he could be in the whole cinematic
Exactly.
universe.
Spider-Man is amazing. probably one of the most favored superheroes of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
He's my favorite Marvel character, hands down.
He's hilarious. He's great. He's just awesome all around. But we're going to lose Andrew Garfield, who did him perfectly. Because you need a person who's going to be sarcastic, kind of a dick, and he's funny.
I feel bad for that, but he even agreed with the decision, so at least he went out
well,
gracefully.
Yeah, in the long run, it makes sense. But like, it just sucks that he can't keep playing the character.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. But who do you guys think would be a good character?
I think Taron Egerton, who was the young main character in the Kingsman movie. And Kingsman was a comic which was actually written by Mark Miller, who wrote Civil War.
Okay.
And he wants Taron Egerton to be Spider-Man.
It's probably gonna happen.
And he started a Twitter movement for it. And all the facts that I've seen online about why he should play Spider-Man, they check out. And especially since I believe they're trying to make a little bit of an older Spider-Man, like a college life Spider-Man, not a high school kid.
They need to move it on past being the same Peter Parker who just got out of high school.
All I know is if you've seen Kingsman, which was a great movie by the way, see it, then you could get a good idea of Taron Egerton, because that was basically his first movie role.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are vouching for him, and I think he would do a great job as a Spider-Man. Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Do you think they're going to do... Has it been confirmed if they're going to do Peter Parker or they're going to do a different Spider-Man?
If they don't do Peter Parker, there would be a great upset.
Right.
There would be protests. People would be dying in the streets.
North Korea would strike again.
Exactly. North Korea would strike
Sony,
again.
you go down! I apologize if I offended North Koreans, if that is not in fact your accent.
Do you think there's a chance they might do Miles Morales?
No.
You don't think so?
Not until the original Spider-Man movies. Maybe they'll bring Miles Morales into the fray as another character.
Okay.
But you can't not have Peter Parker, especially you're going to include it with the Avengers.
Right.
And that is just the stupidest business decision in the entire world.
It really would be, but like, it would just be out of left field, something different. You know, we've seen Spider-Man so many times now. It's like something different.
But that's the whole point of having him being older, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Out of high school, he's matured. He's not just starting to be a hero. He's a veteran hero.
Yeah. And we also don't need any more origin stories.
Exactly.
No, right.
Just move on.
I get it.
Yeah. Do what they did to the Hulk. Like, just throw him in there.
Exactly.
We know who the Hulk is.
That's what I think they plan.
We know what happened. Just put him in there. We need
exactly.
That's what we need. But I can't wait.
And they can get right to the good stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait for they're.
Who do you guys think should play? You have any ideas?
I'm drawing blank. I'm a Garfield fanboy, man. I'm sorry.
Garfield was great. You can't deny
but
that.
I'm drawing blank. I haven't thought of anyone.
I got it. You know what they should do? Put Tobey Maguire back in.
No.
No.
I'm gonna.
I actually heard about that. I was like, no,
I'm Jake Gyllenhaal.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
I think he would be great. I think
he was in my top 3.
Yeah, I think his ability to play both Spider-Man as the the voiceover and then as Peter Parker, I feel like the duality of mankind between the two, because Peter Parker kind of has like a low key behind the scenes, like he's there's not a passive aggressive bone in his body at face value, and then as Spider-Man, the one-liners are incredible, and I feel like that's the hardest thing for me to watch, like these superheroes that have two lives that they live simultaneously, and I feel like in the Avengers it'll be diluted a lot because we're not going to be focusing that much on Peter Parker.
Right,
it's all of them.
Right, but if
team chemistry.
If they were to spin that off into a whole new revamp or something different with Jake Gyllenhaal, I feel like the focus on Peter Parker as Spider-Man would be a better fit.
Mm-hmm. That's actually I agree with that a lot.
I will throw out an honorable mention. Daniel Radcliffe. Come on, he has the looks. It would be a chance for him to show and prove.
I don't want
to grow out of the Harry Potter role, which was awesome.
I don't want Daniel Radcliffe in anything.
No,
come on.
No, and you know what's funny?
There's a movie that he was in recently called Horns. He had an American accent. And I heard it was a great movie.
But see, all I see is
the boy who lived.
That's it. You know what I mean?
He's the boy who lived to be bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this guy, he might as well play the lottery.
I mean, come on, he gets the flip going. Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know, and I think that's kind of going back
spider
to
wizardry.
Kind of like people branding themselves at an early age. You know what I mean? Like, granted. strike while the iron is hot and take advantage of an opportunity. But I feel like once you fill the role for so long, like to break out of that, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
It's not undoable. Obviously it happens, and I can think of a slew of actors that can kind of fit any mold and have made a career on an idea of who they are, and then they say, I don't want to do this anymore. But I feel like Harry Potter's Harry Potter.
He is Harry Potter forever in my eyes.
Until Disney, until Universal just crumbles
But that's the
Harry
thing.
Potter.
That would be the perfect role for him, because he is Harry Potter until he's Spider-Man.
Fair enough.
For me, he's just, I grew up when he grew up.
That's true.
Right.
He's Harry Potter forever.
Yeah. However, I'm going to stand by Taron Egerton. He's new blood. I think he deserves a shot.
I was going for what you said, and then
I would go Jake Gyllenhaal if they decide to take Spider-Man into
older,
way past college level.
But
Taron Egerton's a good.
But does Parker need college? Honestly,
he doesn't
he's
need
pretty
college.
much
He's
a
done.
brainiac.
No,
already.
he went in college.
I know. I'm just saying, realistically,
he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it. It's kind of a formality. It's semantics.
I should say, if you don't read the comics, he was in college.
Right.
But Dr. Octopus took over his consciousness for some time. Finished college for him. So when he came back as Peter Parker, he was the CEO of Parker Industries.
Yeah,
right. And with all the student debt, it's like, I don't remember any of this.
Exactly.
Ridiculous.
Every time a new superhero was being announced for a movie, I always was the guy to say Jake Gyllenhaal for that part, because I like Jake Gyllenhaal so much that I want him to be in the universe.
I definitely want him to be in a universe.
I think he would actually be a great Spider-Man.
I think he would be a fantastic.
He would be, but I was actually rooting for him for Doctor Strange at first, but I think he would be a much better Spider-Man than Doctor Strange.
I was rooting for Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, Jake,
we love you.
Put in the bid, man. To have your people call my people.
I'm pretty sure that he said that he wanted to be a part of the universe. I think that I read that somewhere. That
you could throw him in somewhere.
He needs to make an entrance.
For him. He could play a good villain too. Honestly, I could see him playing a villain.
But then he's gonna be gone unless he's Loki.
Not necessarily.
He's gonna keep him back.
But they haven't really got killed off any of their villains.
They have, but let's not talk about
Yeah.
Obviously Loki's
Venom.
They ruined. I don't even want to talk. Let's not even get into Venom. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Let's move on. All right, we got to talk about Game of Thrones. Okay, Sansa Stark said this season. There's a bunch to talk about Game of Thrones, but Sansa Stark said this season's going to be crazier than the Red Wedding, and I don't know how you can be crazier than that. And it makes sense now that the news has come out that this season's going to be the end of where it's at the books right now, and they're going to run out of books to go from. So we're going to have to... They're going to start creating the show. It's going to be completely different than what's going to happen in the books. And I read that George R.R. Martin and all the people, they all said, you're going to be surprised, and they're going to start killing off people that you did not expect to be killed off.
But George R.R. Martin informed them of the rest of the story.
Yeah, they
finished.
They told him the end. He told him the ending, but
just the ending. Yeah. Or what happens in between too.
But they're pretty much gonna do it. The show is gonna end up being different than the books.
Right.
So they're gonna kill people that are gonna stay alive forever in the books. So who do you think?
I feel about that.
All right. Who do you think's gonna die, Donald? Who do you think? What prominent character do you think's gonna get killed off this season?
Well, we already know Bran's not going to be in it, so he's out.
Yeah, Bran and Hodor are out for the entire season. Just they're on hiatus. That's all it is. But,
all right.
So who do you think's gonna get killed?
It's gonna. I got two possible things. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Tyrion or Jaime.
Mm-hmm. Jaime Lannister.
Yeah, one of the two. I feel like it's gonna be one of them. I just have a gut feeling. I haven't read the books. I've only seen the show. There's really no reason. There's really no reason. I just have a gut feeling it's going to be one of them. That's just what I think.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Jaime, and not having read the books. Again, I apologize in advance. Send all that hate mail to him. But if just as far as the ironic kind of serendipitous universe that we often live in, I feel like. Jaime's turning a new leaf, or he's turned a new leaf.
Yeah, I hated him in the first season.
You know what I mean? Right. All I wanted, was like, oh my god, curb stomp him, please. Yeah. And I feel
incestuous mother.
Yeah, well, even then, his sister's hot. I don't really entirely blame him. But, they're, him is just as an individual. The whole Lannisters as a whole, But, Jaime kind of he's at the arc where it's like, you know what, he can actually do a lot of good.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's gonna fall on deaf ears in a bad way. Completely ignorant to what actually happened. So I don't know his destiny, but if I had to speculate, I would say he would be a big one that's killed off.
What about you, Kyle? What do you think?
Just out of celestial karma.
Yeah.
Well, I am in the midst of reading the books, so to be honest, I don't know. I'm only in the first book, but
I've been on the first book for 3 years.
I want someone bad to die for once. Like, just kill Cersei. I mean, she's hot, but like, what is her point really now?
That's actually a very.
She's just a queen sitting in the palace, literally.
She's pulling strings though.
That's all she
behind
does.
the scenes.
But
though,
that's it, really.
She antagonizes.
All of her children are either gone or dead.
And now the father's dead. So
the father's dead.
I mean, so
no
she
one's really
probably
on her
has.
Side.
Well, I think now she has even more. She's even more of a venomous character now that there's nobody really to kind of
keep her in check.
Right?
Exactly. She's gonna lash out and do something stupid and get killed.
Well, I mean, she's systematically been doing nothing but stupid.
Right, that's true. She's been screwing her brother for like years and having a kid with him.
So like, I would like to see her die. I would like to see her die like brutally though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the new Mortal Kombat.
I want to see Jamie kill her.
Right.
That's that might happen. You never know.
I want to see Jamie kill her.
I'm going to tell you my pure speculation. I'm not going to say if it's based off the books because I know what happens in the books. I'm not going to say where I got it from, but I'm telling you my prediction, what's going to happen. And Jon Snow is going down. Jon Snow is going to die because
I don't want to hear that.
Stannis Baratheon has made his way into the Night's Watch. So Jon Snow dying, you'll still get something going on in the Night's Watch because of Stannis being there. But I'm telling you, Jon Snow is my prediction going down. Arya's going to be fine. Tyrion better not die or I'm not going to watch the show anymore. Because I love Tyrion. Cersei would make sense.
Right.
Jaime Lannister would make perfect sense. I think they need to go ahead and do what they're supposed to do in the books and bring Catalina Stark back as Lady Stoneheart and start killing people.
Right.
I don't know if you guys know anything about that, but
I hear she's
let's not talk about that.
I hear she's quite the badass.
She comes. You know the people that are healing each other in the cave in the show? They find Catalina Stark's body after the Red Wedding. They bring her back to life, and she's this undead monster trying to avenge her family. But she's not really avenging her family anymore. She's kind of just crazy
free agent killer.
I fucking hate spoilers.
Hey, it's not part of the show. It's part of the books, and it doesn't happen in the show. But it's possible they'd bring that back. It's possible they can just throw it in out of nowhere.
Spoiler alert.
a little late there.
A little late.
Greg.
I'm sorry.
Should we insert spoiler alert?
No. If it's gonna get ruined for me, it's getting ruined for you.
Again, hate mail to Don.
I'm just saying, my prediction right here, Jon Snow, the end of the season is going down. I'm not saying it's based off books, Kyle, so don't get upset. I'm just saying he's probably going down.
You can't have Jon Snow going down.
I love Jon Snow.
He needs to meet Daenerys.
Daenerys ain't going anywhere because she's on the other continent. She's about to make contact with other characters in the show, which is obvious, but she ain't going down. She's a very prominent character who's about to bring a lot of things to the show. If she goes down,
for her to go down.
If she goes down, what's going to happen with the dragons? It makes no sense. You need to wait. So she's not going anywhere. But yeah, that's what my prediction is. All right, we can talk about probably one more thing. Let's talk about The Order, the game that came out. The Order 1886?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Awesome story.
People were pissed, though, because of the fact that it's 6 to 7 hours of gameplay.
Well,
but
Mario Kart 64, that's all I'm saying. GoldenEye.
Okay.
Yes.
I would say that half the people pissed about the game, first of all, haven't even gave it a shot. Second of all, they're basing their opinion off the internet, such as Metacritic, which gave it mediocre scores, not even bad scores.
There was that one guy who beat it in 5 hours, speedrunning it. I did. I beat it in one sitting, 6 hours, 59 minutes. I died a lot towards the end. So I probably could have beat it in 6 hours if I didn't die. Now, yes, I understand people getting pissed at the fact that, it's a it's a brand new next-gen game, and you only get that many hours of gameplay. But if you play the damn game, you'll realize that if it was any longer, you would lose it. Yeah. It's basically, weaves in and out of a lot of quick time, and the seamless gameplay is incredible. The graphics blew me away. I don't care what anyone says about that game being locked at 30 FPS. It was perfect the way it was. Absolutely perfect. Everything about it was great. The story was awesome, and it was literally like playing, but it was going through like a 7-hour movie. And just the way it flowed, the way everything went, and it was just, the way it was fantastic. If you're on the fence about it, sure, wait until it drops in price and pick it up at a later time.
Yeah, because I could agree with that. I mean, it was 7 hours of awesome, but I mean, $65, the value is a little high up there.
So, hand jobs are half that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I understand exactly a lot of that, but it should not have gotten all the negative attention that it did, because that game really it blew me away the way it was. It was honestly the first true next gen game I've seen.
Well, personally, I felt that Dragon Age was.
Well, I mean, open world content is different. It wasn't that kind of game.
No,
graphically and visually, that game was
the seamlessness.
Goddamn incredible! Like I said, it blew me away, and that's I can't say more. It was just, if you're interested, get it, play it, return it in a day. Do it quick. Yeah.
I was a little disappointed in the ending, though. I thought they could have wrapped up more things for the first game, but they left a lot open to make more games.
They set it up.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they
didn't give you any closure.
It didn't.
Almost anything.
It's true. But I mean, they definitely gave you just enough. They gave you just that little taste of now this universe that they could really expand upon if it gets good, if it gets good.
They took big risks with this game.
Yeah.
And hopefully it works out for them, that they could do more with it, because now that they have all the technology in place to easily just take those characters, they don't need to recraft anything. They could probably make a much longer game.
Much longer, more open world, more side quests, and more of the damn backstory, because they it leaves it really open-ended. They don't tell you too much, but even the way it was still really, really a great game.
It sounds like a great game, but if you really think about it and people are complaining about the price, it's at least, if you run through, it's 6 hours of gameplay. And if you go see an IMAX movie, it's $15 for an hour and a half. So it's about $60 for 6 hours worth of movie.
Right.
So it's about the same price.
But they did some innovative stuff.
Yeah, and you can wait.
They really did.
You can wait until the price drops, or you can buy it now, and it's still probably worth the money.
I guess I shouldn't say innovative stuff, but they do some stuff that
I love the gratuitous amount of violence and damage.
The seamless loading screen, though, loading screens.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed the aspect of more modern technologies set in a obviously technologically inept time period. So I thought that was really interesting. There's some Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, Nikola Tesla.
You know what I mean? From the gameplay I've seen and the transition from cutscenes to actual gameplay. I mean, it's actually it's impressive to see where we are now. My wife the other day, she's like, I want to play Mario. I was like, well, I have a GameCube, and she was fine with that, And then I was like, you're okay with this? And she's like, yeah, and it's just it's amazing how far we've come. Literally just playing Melee, the other day. So. It's a gorgeous game for sure.
Well, I think that's about does it for the first episode. I think we've run long enough, but I want to thank you guys for coming for the first episode of many. We're just going to keep going. I don't care if people watch or not. I just like talking about video games and nerdy things.
Nerd Underground Show, episode 1.
Yeah, it's the Nerd Underground Show, episode 1, and we're going to keep going all the time and check out the site and whatever
subscribe
you want to
to the channel.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel.
Tell us what you think.
The video.
Use your mind and your fingers.
He's waving. I was going to say something clever, but I forgot, so never mind.
Right. Should I stop waving?
No, keep going.
That's all, hand folks.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week for the second episode, and take it easy.
That's all, folks.